Blustery blast from the blizzard buries the power centers of America. Good evening. A dense pile of snow is paralyzing the most densely populated cities of the East Coast tonight. You could barely see the familiar landmarks of Washington today as whiteouts hid the White House and the Capitol from view. Philadelphia was still in the middle of digging out from a previous blizzard when today's added more weight to their Arctic misery. As for the Big Apple, they say if you can make it there, you'll make it anywhere, but it's not easy with punishing sub-zero winds and streets gridlocked by snowdrifts. Hardy Buffalonians are spared this time, but News 4's Michelle McClintock reports many Western New Yorkers are not.
It's being called the snowiest winter parts of the East Coast has ever seen. Blizzard conditions were felt from Massachusetts to North Carolina. Washington, D.C. broke a record with just under 55 inches of snow. Most people are homebound because streets have yet to be cleared.
I've seen no cars go down the road except for emergency vehicles.
Matt Beato sent us these pictures of his neighborhood. He's a D.C. college student from Western New York who hasn't had a class since last week when the storm first hit. He says parts of the transit system is closed down and he couldn't get out if he tried. Matt says it's a far cry from the snow removal back home in Buffalo.
The infrastructure really isn't in place in the D.C. metropolitan area for easily and quickly clearing the streets like it is in Buffalo.
Former Western New Yorker Mike Brady says the same thing.
It's not the kind of snow that would shut down Buffalo, but again, I mean, just with the lack of equipment, there's kind of nothing anybody can do except hold down the fort.
He made another trip to the grocery store yesterday only to find nothing left on store shelves.
It looked like Armageddon in there. I went into the dairy section. The only thing I could get, I got the last quart of lactose-free milk. And that was the only milk that was there, so I was happy to get it.
The whole East Coast blizzard may be steering clear of Western New York, but it's certainly having a ripple effect because of air travel.
And air travelers here are experiencing some delays and mostly cancellations because of limited air travel to places like New York, D.C., Hartford, Newark, and Boston. If you need flight info, just log on to WIVB.com and click on the traffic tab. Michelle McClintock for the 10 o'clock news.